tighten the throat.
I need to start doing vocal exercises.
Figaro.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, da. So what if that's what the apple of the knowledge of good and evil is, as represented in the Bible? It's just some sort of psychedelic or psychotropic drug or chemical of some kind, some fruit that just produced it like that.
Probably some crazy extinct apple now.
It's all just a big parable. It's just what they're saying is that before they had never had these big questions on their mind because they had never experimented before.
But once you eat the ayahuasca tree, once you eat the fruit from the ayahuasca tree,
then
you'll know all.
Yeah, then they were enlightened.
I could definitely see it. Probably.
They were enlightened, and they were steeped into a life of sin because they they were suddenly thinking in different ways that they'd never thought in before. Which is truly what the story sounds like when you read it out of the Bible.
It really is. I could see that.
Well, see, I think there's a lot of stuff like that can be easily related and translated through like that because it's all just parables. It's all just I don't like that either.
Just flashing like, why are you making sudden movements?
Whatever you're doing, slow it down there, Buckaroo.
Well, it ought to be. It should sound pretty good.
I think it'll sound pretty good.
Audition.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, we've just migrated from Adobe 17,000 programs to 4 programs, not by Adobe.
Nope, not one bit by Adobe. And it was 1/10 of the price, but...
I would tell you who they are, but they kept trying to do that themselves, so they've lost that privilege entirely.
Exactly.
So what would you think? What would you think the Eden would be then? Because according to the story, Eden is still there. So
the state of bliss before.
What if it's just one spot on Earth where this fruit grows?
It's probably smack dab in the rainforest.
Just in the middle with all that stuff that we haven't found yet.
I was listening to someone and they were saying we know more about the ocean than the rainforest.
That's ridiculous because we know nothing about the ocean.
We know more about space, the universe, than we do the ocean.
Yeah, the ocean's like a complete and total... Because there's no way for us to record anything at the depths. It's too much pressure. We haven't figured it out yet.
Well, they figured out how to get that squid or whatever.
Yeah, but that's not even very far down. That's what made it such a big deal is because they'd never seen a squid.
The bottom of the ocean, can we?
No, we cannot. It's too much pressure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but we can go out into space just fine because it's different.
That's
pressure. And we can see just fine through space too. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of stuff to... Yeah, just crazy. We see things.
It's true. We literally see light years out into space, but you can't see in front of your face down at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, but we'll sit there and say, "Oh no, all the monsters they used to believe in the ocean back in the day. Those
sea serpents.
Those aren't real.
Yeah.
We know nothing about the ocean still.
Those giant squids suck boats down.
Yeah, we just have bigger boats and they're metal now.
Yeah.
We just scare everything off now. It's not a little...
We've wiped a bunch of shit out, too.
Not a little fucking wooden rinky-dink sailed boat through the water with nothing to go on.
Just looks like a big tuna floating out there.
Just a big, juicy, delicious tuna. All that pitch wafting around at the bottom of the water. It smells delicious.
Probably.
It's like a salad dressing.
They make all that with fats and stuff. It was probably like a giant stink bait floating through the water.
Yep. It's all fun and games until someone gets their ship sucked down into the bottom of the ocean by a giant squid. Then all the other Argonauts go back to Rome and tell everyone about it. You'll never believe it.
And they make statues statues of it.
Yeah.
Sacrifices.
Poseidon's pets have broken free. Oh, it's so crazy. And if you think about it, we, in the grander scheme of things, know absolutely no more than what we used to know. We just have a bigger ocean now. Space is just our bigger ocean. We still don't know where we're going out there.
One guy knows where he's going.
Well, he knows where he's going, but he doesn't know where everywhere else is. He's within our compass. He can sail from the coast of whatever to the coast of where. Coast travel is just fine. It's easy. You can always see where you came from. What about whenever you get out past that, where it's just ocean in every direction you look, and all you have is some stars that are kind of familiar to you? Granted, we have computers and stuff to keep track of things for us now. St. Musk has made sure of that.
Yeah.
We're going places. Elon's taking us himself.
You know what's not going places? My truck.
No.
His brake line just exploded a couple hours ago.
Just out of nowhere. Couldn't have timed it any more perfectly.
Yeah, I pull in just fine. Somehow when I start the truck up to go backwards, a couple hours later, just no brakes.
No brakes, Captain.
Just a bunch of fluid sprayed everywhere.
Yeah, what are the odds?
I already miss having a truck that was perfect working order.
Yeah, just a nice...
Just get in and go anywhere I want. Anywhere in the U.S. that I want.
The Command Center 1.0. It's okay, 2.0 will shape up nicely.
It will. Yeah, once those little things are fixed, it'll be grand.
Yes, I love the space.
Huge command center.
Yes, much space, many pockets.
Yes. You need to get that Raspberry Pi.
Yeah.
Get playing with it. Get that screen for the navigation and everything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because if that project comes along well, it'll be really, really nice.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be nice to have a media center inside
mobile media.
of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. Gotta put all the medical equipment in there, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be the anchor.
Yeah. That's exactly what that'll be. Put all the everything in there, actually.
It's the rescue center.
Yes.
In 3 days into the woods, at least you can make it back there to radio for help.
Yeah, exactly.
Should paint it orange. Paint it bright orange and have our logo on the side.
I'm thinking, the more I think about that now, the more I like that.
I like to think that with you cruising around in something that would look like an official company vehicle with Purple Heart plates, no one would ever bat an eye at your direction. No matter what you were doing. Oh, he works somewhere. I don't want to get... That's a lot of hassle to pull over someone that works... Someone in a company vehicle.
That's what it is.
Yeah, police officers don't like pulling company vehicles over. The state troopers will, but...
They do. They love it.
Oh, yeah.
That's all they pull over.
Yeah, but the police officers, they shy away from that. They don't like being in the spotlight too much around here. Yeah. It'd be all over Lex 18 News. Local Purple Heart CAG employee and CEO founder.
Oh, so I got home last night, and apparently there was a hurricane that went off at the house, and I had my tent hung up on that pull-up bar.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was drying and everything.
And it's drenched now.
Yeah, it was on the ground, wadded up in a ball. And when I went to string it back up, because the windows was unzipped so it could ventilate,
oh, man.
it was completely full of water. It had like 5 gallons of water in it, so I had to string it up and unzip the things, and still got a bunch of water in it. Now I got to dry the inside, and I got to reset it up, let the inside air out, and then wipe it down and let the outside dry again.
It sounds like a pain.
And I have to find a day that I can do that too, that it's not raining.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you had a full day planned today, but unfortunately, things didn't go that way.
Brakes took care of that.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'll just pile it up for tomorrow, and then on top of all the other stuff. Yeah.
Just keep trucking.
Yep.
That's what I was doing with those videos. I was like, all right.
Just don't sleep.
Yeah, okay. Looks like I'm not sleeping tonight either.
That's about what's going to happen.
Yeah. It's not as bad. It's not as bad once you get on a roll. It really hits you in the middle of the day. You slow down a lot then, but
that's what I have.
Towards the end of the day.
Energy for.
Yeah. Bang Energy, product sponsor.
I wish they would send me a case of Bang. I'd love that.
Oh yeah, they could send us all a case of Bang.
That would be the new background picture for the podcast. As long as I was getting Bang.
Bang. They can put our logo, the Ungentlemanly logo, on their Bang cans.
Ungentlemanly flavor.
Yeah.
Flavored like bourbon.
Wood cask bourbon.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, quick, flip the on-air switch. Oh, wait. We don't have one.
Yeah, we really need one.
That would be marvelous.
If such a thing existed.
It's got to glow, though. No one will notice it if it doesn't glow. They'll read it, but they won't notice it.
They're like, oh, that's cool.
Open up the door.
Yeah.
Oh, Bang Energy.
Well, I reckon I'll take a look at this.
Yeah. Look, if you're slowing down in the middle of the day and you just really need the energy, bang it out with Bang Energy.
Should be their logo.
No sugar, guys. None. Zero. We've got other chemicals to do that for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that comment button down below. Hit the bell. Ring it. Ring it loud so we all can hear you.
Yes, I love it. Especially since it seems YouTube's the only thing we can place these podcasts on.
You mean the place that was giving us the most trouble?
Yeah.
Happens to also be the place that...
So, for those of you that are listening on SoundCloud, which seems to be the most people and the most strangers, we will no longer be on SoundCloud because unless we buy the Pro version, then we only get 2.5 uploads.
Yeah. We are out of upload time, gentlemen. And ladies. For those, maybe one, I don't know what our demographic is. I assume anyone that's willing enough to just sit down and listen with us. Just have a conversation with us. The comment section's right there, just 2 scrolls away. You can get involved too. We'll give you a shout out. We talk to people.
I feel like it's 5 guys listening to us and 6 bots on Google. That's exactly
Probably.
what I think is listening in on us.
And 4 of those guys are us.
Yeah. 4 of those guys are actually leaguers who should be on this right now.
Who should be. We need to get our call out going so Rad can phone in.
Oh yeah, I found they make all kinds of adapters to go from phones to the recording thing.
We need to get that set up quick because I know he was wanting to do it like yesterday.
Yeah. Casey's wanting to do it too.
Yeah, I'd love to have them both on.
Oh, that'd be glorious.
That would be good. And then for everyone that's tired of listening to just our voices, you don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
I know these first 4 podcasts has been pretty rough for you guys.
It's been way rougher for us, I can assure you. Not the podcasting part. That's a joy.
An absolute joy to be here with you guys right now. We don't get a lot of time to do this, so it is nice when we do have everything on point and ready.
Really, it's all the upload, and everyone wants everything uploaded a certain way, and it's all different. Everyone thinks they got the best way, and it really,
I think that's
filtered everything. I think it is.
Yeah, everyone wants to do it their way, and nothing is standardized. It's driving me up the wall.
But if you have an RSS, apparently everyone just plays ball.
We need to get our RSS set up.
Yeah.
We need to. Then you guys will be able to find us on Spotify and Google Play.
Yeah, the two things that you're actually listening to.
Not iTunes though, because they charge us.
Yeah, we don't pay fees.
Yeah, we're providing the content.
Yeah.
Apple, that's how that works.
Just in case you've been trying to figure it out this whole time.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
That's exactly how that works. And in doing so, we can provide our services free for you and our clientele. Not us, but anywhere we can cut a little bit out.
I'm all about back scratching. I'll scratch your back.
That's right. I'd rather people be able to come and hear us if they want to anyways. I don't care for subscriptions or things of that sort. It's an open net. It's an open podcast. The league is here doing its thing.
Would listen to us anyways. That's glorious.
Yeah, that's enough for me.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all I need. As they say in the biz, you guys are what makes this possible. And us, obviously, but they don't say that.
They leave that part out, but
yeah, we all get the idea. You guys show patronage with that bell.
Pay us in likes.
That bell, hit that bell. The bell's really important. Just do it. Just hit that bell so we can give you that notification.
Actually, Nicholas Harold, hit that bell. Because I know you haven't. Because I'm looking at the screen right now.
Oh.
You better hit that bell, Nicholas.
Hit it.
And if you don't, then I'll know you've not listened this far.
That's right. This is a test.
What are we at? If you've not even listened 17 minutes into the fourth podcast, shame. We'll get called out next week.
We'll go down the list. We'll go through the entire league.
We'll force people to like us. We'll force people to ring the bell.
Ring that bell. Ring it.
Go on. Just give it a little ring.
Do it. Ring it. Watch. Listen. Comment. Subscribe. And above all, enjoy, of course. Make sure you skip that ad at the beginning.
You can skip through the sponsors that we'll announce here and...
Yeah.
Oh, when's the first one come up? At the 20-minute mark?
Right when we're in the middle of a really important conversation. So you're really already invested at that point in at least that subject.
And right before we're about to drop the punchline on you.
Yep.
There'll be a little word from our sponsor.
Squarespace, where you can provide...
I really want that arm.
Oh.
For the mic.
Yes, that arm would make this marvelous. I can't wait for that second mic to get in.
Oh, I know that one's going to be nice. We have It'll
be nice having two dedicated.
A blue microphone Yeti Pro on the way.
Yeah.
So you guys can hear us in the exact same quality. But it has a different input for us, which makes it cool.
Yeah, it's better. It's better in the long term. Trust us.
It's better. And there'll also be
It's better for Blue Yeti.
Arm. Yeah.
Yeah, mic arm. Ooh, the mic arm.
That'd be nice. But this little stand, it's not bad. It's great for a stand. I like how heavy it is.
Yeah, it's nice. Keeps any wobble out.
I don't like the bass feeling flimsy, being lighter than the microphone.
No, because then it feels top heavy.
Yeah.
Top heavy is bad heavy.
I want it to feel like if I bump the desk, it's not going anywhere. It'll hold the desk down.
No, I don't want to blow someone's eardrums tomorrow. Pow! You'll be, those three of you that are listening to this while you're cutting grass, can't pull the headphone out in time.
Ah, God damn.
Goddamn fucking podcast. I don't even know why I listen to these.
They level their volumes out.
Yeah. Why, it's so simple. You just hit this button right here.
Just hit the decibel equalizer and there it is.
Just like that. We're plebs. We're plebeians. That's how that word is pronounced.
I know.
We are that right now.
Poor, pathetic class of Roman.
Yeah. The ones that were just padding numbers. That's all they were.
Yeah.
It was just another Roman.
Yeah.
About.
Yep. The most common of the common man.
They had no importance. But they did serve a good function. Without them, the economy would be dead.
Exactly.
Like us here, producing videos and audio the wrong way.
I'm trying to be charged for it.
Yes, I love paying to make free content. That's the best part.
That's my favorite hobby.
It's my favorite hobby as well. I'd like to be sponsored for all of it. If anyone wants to sponsor this cast, feel free to do so. We'll spend 20 minutes talking about you.
This is where we would put you in right now.
Yep, right here.
Sponsor.
Don't you want this nice primetime slot?
Yep. The 22 mark.
The 22 mark. We're already priming the position. It's like building the billboard before you have someone to put on it. So it's just a billboard with "you could be here."
Yep. Your ad here. Right here.
Right here. And now back to the cast, everyone.
Yeah, so then what I said to him was...
How about cleaning this computer off? I like the results so far.
Oh, yeah, it's way faster now.
Yes, it is. Not only is it faster, I feel like there's just less overall stutters that would take place in areas where stuttering you would notice.
It's running super smooth now.
It is. It's very smooth.
I need to defragment that Barracuda.
Yes, the Barracuda drive needs defragmented.
That'll really
clean
ship
up a lot.
things up. Mm-hmm. That's the last thing, actually.
It'll be a clean ship then.
Yep. Just gotta clean the closet out.
It's just one last thing, yeah. You put all the junk that you know you can't get rid of.
Yep, the house is clean. Now we're going to the garage.
Yeah.
We throw everything.
It takes longer to get to there.
We don't really see that spot too much, so...
Yeah. It's almost like an archive, really, at this point.
Really is. I need another hard drive. I got 3 more slots.
You do. You need another hard drive. It needs to be a good one. It needs to be big.
It should be an 8 terabyte one.
Yes, yes.
I think 4 and 5s are pretty cheap. That would be a good little chunk for a while.
Yeah, it would.
If only I could afford a couple terabyte SSD.
Yeah. Oh, that would be lovely.
Be a super drive.
That would be a super drive.
I might replace that. That one's only 250 gig.
Mm-hmm.
I might replace that old solid state drive with a
bigger one
and a faster one.
I would.
They've got a couple speeds faster since I got that one.
Yeah, I'd get a nice one, and then you can operate off that a lot more often too.
Oh yeah, that would be good for video and stuff. Keeping on there so it can process real quick.
Yeah.
Pick it up. I have to wait for 20 minutes for it to
Yeah.
render it in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, when that M.2 got filled up by that infinity file that Adobe created, I was having to do everything off of Barracuda, and it was painfully slow.
Oh, yeah.
And then it filled Barracuda up, and I was like, okay, enough of this.
Yeah, what did that take? 5 hours to fill that thing?
Yeah, 5 hours. It was like over oh man, it had to be like 700 gigs.
It was.
Just a 700 gig infinity file.
Yeah, that's about how much space was left on that thing.
And it was almost done too. I almost want to see what that would have been. What kind of goddamn movie that was.
I don't see what could it have saved that would... A Marvel movie isn't that big.
The most lossless... Well, that's what I was saving. They called it lossy format, and it was lossless quality, apparently.
It just takes you to the place. It doesn't even play a movie for you. It
just takes you there.
It takes you there. And you just get to walk around and experience it as we was there.
It'll be like that soon. It'll happen.
Oh, yeah. It will.
Have you seen those the VR rooms now.
The rooms?
They've got a virtual reality rooms. They're like chat rooms, but it's virtual reality, and everyone plops in, and you can. They all have like their own avatars and shit. It's so fucking crazy. It looks like something out of fucking Ghost in the Shell. Like some future fucking dystopian nonsense. Everyone's running around as like their own avatars talking to people in this virtual space like from all around the world. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Yeah, people are doing all kinds of weird. There's some crazy looking avatars. Yeah, like fucking giant octopuses running around and stuff talking to people. And then someone was just like people. Someone was actually from like a YouTube channel, but they looked like them.
I probably paid someone to make an avatar for him.
Yeah, they had to, but it was fucking crazy. I was like, what the hell? What the fuck is this?
I've still not seen a good VR. I've not...
A good game?
No, I've not had
good VR.
an actual VR headset.
Yeah. They're kind of...
Actually, I've seen some of the Samsung VR ones when they come out for the phones, but that's the best I've ever witnessed.
I think the really good ones that Valve makes right now are on sale.
Are they?
Yeah, and your computer is ready to run VR too.
It is. It's a VR graphics card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could. All you'd have to do is buy the lighthouses and the controllers and the headset, and you'd be good to go. You get the software with them. Yeah, yep. There's some pretty good VR. They call them. They're technically tech demos, is what you would call it. Because they're not just games and stuff. They do all kinds of different things with them. But they're not like full either or anything. So they just call them tech demos. And it just kind of shows you what they're working on, what they could be doing.
Yeah.
But there's some pretty cool stuff out there. They've got like... Oh, let me think. There's one that's really popular. It's like it's supposed to be like a first-person shooter VR. But it's super realistic. It looks really good. And everything.
I think I've seen someone playing that.
Yeah, well, there's not very many people playing it because, but there are people playing it. You basically, it's to the point where you run into the same people because that's how small of a world it is, and so you're always playing with the same people and shit. And so you'll see
to the master race.
Well, you'll see these videos where someone will be playing, and then someone else will like the match will start or something, and someone will just shoot a teammate in the back of the head, and it's because they've played with them on another game before, another VR game, and that person had angered them in some ways, so then they're taking their revenge on this one. That's how small of a world it is. They run into each other that much and shit.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, so like you get to know all the other people that are out on the forefront of the VR fucking
battlefield.
Yeah. Doing all kinds of crazy shit. But they've got like surgery simulators and stuff. It's like it shows you how to it's basically like advanced first aid, and they'll like show you how to operate like on yourself, like right there in the field and shit. And they show you how to do all this stuff in VR, and you actually do it with your hands and stuff. It's crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah, but then you're learning.
Yeah,
you're learning valuable stuff too and shit. And they're all just tech demos.
Surprise mechanics.
Surprise mechanics. No, you just buy it and that's it. You've got it. It's yours. There's no added
EA
anything.
doesn't own one yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's all just outsourced. You just make your own shit. Like, yeah, I want this. I'll just use this skeleton and this framework and blah, 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 blah. You're doing your own motion capture at that point with yourself, so you're already set there. It's really interesting though. It's slowed down a lot. It was chugging along really fast. Like they were figuring out all kinds of shit and getting everything down. But then, of course, because when they realized that it's not as big of a market as they thought it was going to be, it kind of slowed down a little bit. But they're still out there.
When they realized that not everyone had $1,500 to drop on a VR setup.
Yeah. Just think one day, when Elon goes to Mars, you're going to be able to purchase a virtual reality ticket and put on your headset and ride in his rocket to Mars with him.
That'd be crazy.
Virtually.
They should put those in the ones they're sending out there now anyways.
Yeah.
Just like a 3D camera or something.
Have people fucking be able to
just
look.
sit in there, yep. And just...
That'd be dope.
It would be.
That would be dope. They might as well
But
start
really
flying them like that too. Then just
really good cameras, not the ones where it looks at the window and it looks like it's a picture painted on there.
Well, this is what's going to end up happening. They're going to be rockets, and it's just going to be a little fucking camera pin on the front of them, and then the person that's piloting it will be somewhere else in a virtual reality cockpit, sitting inside that pin camera on the front of that rocket, piloting it.
I feel like that's what they're doing now.
Well, they are,
man.
but they're doing it a little bit more old
Without the
school with the
headset.
controller, and they're just looking at fucking
TV.
data and TV and shit.
They don't get all the frills.
Yeah, it's like going from it's like DOS versus your Windows. It's all the same thing, but we have the fancy skin over the top of it. Makes it easier to operate.
Sometimes my Windows acts like DOS. So,
yeah, I know how that goes. A lot of times
Windows.
my 2008 iMac acts like DOS too. It can even run most of the apps that are on there. Because when I finally managed to get it all updated in that weird wigwam way I did that, it was the only way to do it. And connected it back to iTunes and everything, and on the internet, it updated all the applications on it, and you can't go back to the older applications on iMac. So all these new applications, they're too new for it to run, so it just can't run them. So I can only get it's basically like a big Chromebook.
So
It's got as much RAM as a Chromebook does.
you get all the benefits of a Chromebook, which is none, with all the benefits they already had, which was portable and lightweight.
Yeah. And on top of that, I'm locked down because it's an Apple OS. So I even have less features than a Chromebook.
Yeah. Flash Android onto it.
I actually thought about putting Linux or something on it.
Linux will run cleanly.
Yeah, it will. It will run cleanly.
I have an Ubuntu drive, an older version.
I know. If I ran Linux on it, I could emulate an
Apple logo onto it.
Now it'd basically be like a sandbox desktop I could emulate, and then I could run Raspberry Pis on it, and then I could test out Raspberry Pi coding and stuff on it before I actually port it over to the Pi.
Oh, you should definitely do that.
Mm-hmm. That would actually help me out a lot, because right now I'm doing it all on the fly, right on the Pi, and so it's going to be right the first time. Yeah, well, I mean, man, I don't even think you call it processing. It doesn't need any processing. I'm just typing shit out on a notepad. It's awful. That's what
probably put some sort of program on this computer.
Yeah, but that's a lot of extra steps where I could just type out what I need and then anything. See, they have what they call a repository, a Raspberry repository.
Yeah.
And basically anything that anyone has ever created for that specific version, OS and stuff, that's all in the repository. And so if you know the repository codes, instead of coding something out or downloading it, you could just go to the repository and pull it straight out of the repository onto your Pi. Oh, nice. And what you do is you go to the repository and you just open it up, and instead of downloading it, you copy the code for the entire program, and then you just paste it, the code, and then hit enter, and it builds it right there on your Pi. It's a really interesting way they went about doing that, but it makes it super convenient, really modular. And so I could be using Kodi, Media Center, on my Pi, and if I'm missing certain plugins I want for Kodi that I can't find in the Kodi app, I can just go to the Raspberry repository and pull the plugins straight out of that and just drop them right into the code of the program, and there the plugins are.
You should set that up so you can figure out the car navigation and all that.
Well, that's what I was going to do, and it'll be the same way. And anytime the apps and stuff need to be updated, you can just hit Get Source All in the repository, and it'll just go ahead and update all of your code that you pasted with the new code.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you can keep all your stuff up to date like that too. Instead of going to like with Windows, with like stuff like your graphics drivers and everything, you have to actually go to their program to download the updates and stuff. With this, it just downloads it all right there. Just like if you was updating your Windows, it would just update everything.
Oh, nice. Can we set it up to where we can feed the HDMI from the laptop to the touchscreen?
To the touchscreen?
Truck?
We might be able to. I think we could do something like that. We might need a second Pi to do that, though.
A second Pi?
Yeah, we might need a second Pi to act as a. Let's see, what would we do? It would have to act as an output, not an input. So
could we not input from HDMI to the Pi, and then the Pi outputs to the touchscreen?
Yeah, but how are you going to output the laptop's screen onto the Pi? Because the Pi is an output; it's not an input.
The HDMI is?
Yeah, the HDMIs are outputs. Yeah.
Okay.
But you could use the USB for an input. You should be able to.
I don't think it'll transfer fast enough. I don't think it's enough data.
It's enough data. The C?
What the C is, yeah.
Well, I guess they've only got the C in the power slot, though. Yeah. The C only powers it then.
Well, whatever. I'll just get another screen. I'll just get a screen and mount in the back. That'll be closer anyways, because the laptop will be in the back.
Yeah. Yeah, it will.
Because that's where all the mics and everything will be.
All the equipment. That's probably a better idea, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
That'll be slick having all that car navigation and everything.
Yeah, I'll set it up to where we can just take the actual mic, like the Yeti and stuff, and I'll already have cords and everything running. Yeah, and you just plug the mics in and set up a video.
I'd get ridiculously long arms, and then what I'd do is I'd have really nice camping chairs and stuff, and you could just open up the hatch, and everyone can sit around the back of the truck in their nice camping chairs and just swing those long ass arms out with the microphones on the end of them, so everyone can still have them in front of them.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That, or keeping like a fold-up table in there.
Oh yeah,
that's modified with
everything up
with spots to hook the mic arm. And then, so you take the table out, set it up at the back there.
You could, that would work.
And everyone sits around that, and then you just plug the arms into the slots I'd make on the table.
Yeah, and then you can set the camera on the table too.
Yeah,
on its little stand.
You could even put an arm in the back of the hatch. Mm-hmm. Put an arm like on the side where the window is.
It swings down with the camera,
and it swings out. Yeah, it swings towards the back, and then the camera would be like right in the hole of right in the center, floating there.
That's a good idea.
And then it would record out everything out.
You should do that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
The tailgate casts.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great for the outdoor stuff.
That would be.
Do.
Yeah. That'd fit perfectly.
Yeah.
We could go all over the place to do podcasts like that. Drive out to the government's pond and stuff. It doesn't matter where, just somewhere out woodsy and stuff, and have a
drive out to the overlook and back up to it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of good
wild one.
Scenic vistas you can get your car in.
Oh, that's going to happen now. Good, I think about it.
I like this idea. Oh man, we need to make that happen.
Yeah. Oh, that's absolutely going to happen. I'm actually going to look for screens here in a little bit.
Good.
See which one I'm going to put back there. Actually, I guess I could put it on an arm too. Mm-hmm. Get a small screen and.
Yeah, you could just mount the whole laptop right up there onto.
Oh yeah.
It wouldn't be in the way.
I could make a mount that swings out for the laptop.
Mm-hmm.
And just have it like in a tray, and then a screen mounted.
Yeah.
Over that.
As far as that goes, you can mount the laptop to the top, and then just have a keyboard and mouse, because your screen and everything will be somewhere else if you're just using the laptop to.
I could use a USB mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do that.
Yeah, and then you'd have all that, but then the laptop would be literally nowhere in the way of
I
anything.
might put it on the side. It needs to be somewhere that if worst case, I can use the thing.
Put it on the side. Put it on the side on a folding tray or something.
Yeah, like a pivot and tray.
Yeah, and that way you can fold it up, but then you can pull it back down if you actually need it.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
And that way, at some point, if you ever upgrade the laptop inside of it too, you could just pop that tray down and do whatever to mount the new one onto it.
Yeah. Plug the HDMI cable into it.
And you're good to go.
Yep. Oh, yes.
This is going to shape up nicely.
It is.
It's going to be a good adventure too.
Just got to get my truck fixed.
Yep. Just got to get that brake line fixed. How about that? Isn't that somewhat? Yeah, but you already knew the transmission.
Yeah.
This just kind of pops up out of nowhere. Just, hey, by the way.
Yeah. Now it's all at the shop now, though.
Yeah, and it'll be taken care of very quickly.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it will. No problems at all. It'll be back out and operating at full efficiency once again.
I'm going to have to do it right before the weekend, though, when no one's going to be there working on it or anything.
Oh, I know.
But it just sucks me out of 2 days without a car.
Yeah.
Plus whatever time through the week it's down.
Happen afterwards. I just call the insurance company and just, hey, about that.
Well, I can get a rental anytime.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I might do it.
I would. You need a rental. You need something to drive around till it's fixed.
Yeah. Oh, I do have full coverage on that one too. Yeah, actually, it's a different policy on that one, anyways. Yeah, so I definitely have that rental coverage.
Yep.
Okay, I know I've only had this coverage for like 3 weeks, but I'll need that rental now.
Yep, it's time. Just when it's time, it's time.
Yeah.
You know how that works. How that goes. Someone flipped that on-air sign on.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like no one's seeing it.
We need to get that sign fixed.
Yeah. It's making me a wee bit nervous.
Yeah, it is.
Someone's going to burst through that door right now.
I'd hate to have to edit something.
Yeah.
We don't want any of that.
Oh, man.
We'd like as little of that as possible. So those of you who are just joining us, the podcast crashed earlier. Just going to keep this reoccurring theme going.
But we're back now. And
yeah, we're back. Don't worry about it. Happens to every cast, you know. Always around the same time. It's a little fishy.
You'll notice the times we call out do not sync up to the times on your screen. That's why.
Yeah. That's why that does that.
It's because it crashes every time.
Every time. But don't worry, we'll get that all sorted out eventually. In the meantime, you don't notice a difference. Not one bit of difference. So how about there being CBD stuff everywhere?
Yes.
I like it.
I do too. Your CBD and this little pin here.
I like just being able to go down to the gas station and buy a big fat CBD blunt like I should be able to buy with regular marijuana.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how...
Congressman, we need to get on that.
Yeah.
We don't want to be the last one. It's not cool to be the last kid to join the party.
Yeah, we held out long enough. It's Kentucky anyways. It's literally like... It just grows wild here. I spend tons of money just eradicating the wild stuff.
I have to pick it off my car every day just to get out of my driveway. Just chops it. They're gonna.
That's okay. That stuff over there is okay.
Oh yeah. No, it's gonna be even funnier whenever it is legal. Like when we made this plant illegal, and we arrested all the black people for having it. Then we made it legal, but we left them all in jail.
Yeah.
And we really didn't know what to do about that.
They're all pissed off now. And we just can't let them out.
Oh, we'll just keep them in here. It was technically a crime when you did it.
Yeah. You broke the law when it happened.
Yeah, it might not be illegal now, but that doesn't mean anything. We weren't wrong. We were just misguided.
Yeah. You still broke the law.
You're just as guilty as we are.
Yeah. Serves you right.
We're all in this boat now. All the rest of you didn't make anything happen till now either. You're guilty also.
Yeah.
We're all guilty. We're all in it. It's come down to passing the last cigarette between us. We burned the candle at both ends here at the Ungentlemanly Podcast studio. Also known as the Little Ungentleman Studio.
The Little Ungentleman Studio. I gotta head on down to the Little Ungentlemanly's room.
Yeah. We need to get signs made. That's what they're all going to be.
Yes.
And they're both going to look the exact same. Say the same thing. There's going to be multiple stalls in each one, though. You get to decide.
Yeah.
That's the game you play when you come down here. Yeah. We've got cameras pointed at each door so we know which one you go into.
We know which one.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to get caught walking into the women's restroom on the YouTube.
Yeah. Pick wisely.
Yeah. Get yourself a bit of a harassment charge. We do have one female league member.
That's true, we do.
She'll get all 7 stalls to herself.
I wish we did have a big ungentlemanly studio.
We'll have one soon.
One soon, yes.
We'll have one. We've already got one studio in the making. We're going to have multiple studios.
I want a huge studio. One that's way bigger than I actually need.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, man. Warehouses are super cheap right now around here.
Oh, I know. I was looking at some.
Mm-hmm. There's some pretty secluded ones you can get a hold of, too, now. And one of those would be great for the Ungentlemanly Cast, because you could do whatever the fuck you wanted to in a warehouse in a secluded area.
No, I know.
Whatever the fuck you wanted to. At that point, we might as well have video podcasts and be doing crazy shit in our warehouse while we're talking.
Dirt bikes driving around in the warehouse as we do a podcast.
Build a gun range in it while we're at it. So down here at the Ungentlemanly Gun Range...
Yeah. That would be wild.
At that point, it would be like...
I just filled with all kinds of
like a Hollywood studio where they have multiple fucking wings.
Sets.
And sets and shit and doing different things. Well, over there's the gun range. There's the office. And here in the Ungentlemanly Studios in Orlando...
We need a warehouse.
We need a warehouse. And then whenever the cops show up, we can just not answer the door because it's a warehouse.
Yeah. No one's home.
Yeah. What are you going to do? You got to have a warrant to get in here.
Yeah.
No, we just didn't hear you. He was on the other side of it's a warehouse. Don't you know? We're not standing by the only door waiting for someone to come knock.
Waiting for you to come by?
Did you see the on-air sign?
You could not knock on that door.
Yeah, that big metal door, the one with the 3 deadbolts on the other side. No, it originally only came with 1. Yeah. A ram guard. Just in case. We get a little crazy out here sometimes. Did you see that video of that SWAT team trying to bust down that door, and they but it had a ram guard on it, and it threw them back. They hit that door, and instead of the door didn't move at all, the whole wall moved in with the ram because that's how bolted it was. And then whenever it went back out, it threw them all off the stairs. And then they were a little afraid to hit it with the ram after that again. They were beating on it a little bit softer after that.
they was just going to toothpick right through it.
Well, that's what they were used to. It was in a slum, and they were used to just popping those cardboard doors open like nobody's business.
Put their foot through them.
Yeah, but this one, the frame to that door was thicker than the whole wall was, so it was either knock the wall down or you're not getting in.
Yeah.
They were beating on it forever, and they finally had to just cut it open, but... I mean, obviously, everything was in order at that point. My! Hello, gentlemen. What can we do for you today? We're just in here enjoying a lovely tea and crumpet. Having our book club. My, we didn't even hear you knocking.
They cut through the door.
Oh, to the bathroom. It's that way, chaps. Yes, you'll notice the new... What's that? That toilet, the one they're pouring pounds and pounds of dog food down and it's flushing it all down like it's no problem.
Oh, I don't know, but I need
some
that
super
one.
Toilet. Flushed all their drugs down it. There's no trace.
Whole big kilos of marijuana.
It's gone.
The house is completely tidied up.
Someone's pulling a turkey out of the oven. You're just in time for dinner. Yeah, no, it's just a rough neighborhood.
I don't want anyone breaking in.
Yeah. Seeing stuff they're not supposed to. Private family matters. Yep. That's what we need.
That's what I would have.
A bulletproof studio with a ram-guarded door.
Yeah, and there would be an office inside that warehouse.
The warehouse.
And it would have its own little locking system.
Well, the office
with the glass
would be,
with the wire in it.
Like I said, we'll have a whole town. We have a place where a studio inside the warehouse, an office inside the warehouse, the little ungentleman's room.
Yes. Both of them?
Both of them. With all 6 stalls apiece. Just to keep the guessing game going a little bit more.
Yep. Same flavor hand soap.
It's not just one room. You can't just walk in and lock the door and be safe.
Yeah.
You're co-occupying a room with other people.
Yep.
Now you have to pick. Is it 2019 standards room, or is it you're about to be roasted room?
Yeah.
We'll have a sauna.
Oh, yes.
Might as well have a weights room while we're at it.
Oh. I would absolutely fill it full of all kinds of weights.
Weights room. We'd have our own select few people using weights rooms, using the gym.
We could make all this possible with just a few sponsors.
Just a few sponsors. I'll put a ball
now
court in.
A word from our sponsors.
Yeah. You want the logo monster all over the ball court floor? I can do that. It'll be big enough no one will ever be able to not see it.
Nope. I know exactly who our sponsors are.
I'll spray paint the warehouse green.
Big giant M on the walls. I think it's just
Keep
another
it slummy.
Coke distribution center.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, that M that stands for the Marcos. They're like the Narcos, but worse.
Marcos.
The Marcos. Their biggest rival, the Polos, compete in the neighborhood. Now, we'll get our studio, we'll get it all working. We'll never have to touch shit again, because it'll all already be exactly how it needs to be.
We'll have weeded through all the shitty places to upload files.
All the terrible decisions to make while making those files. It'll be streamlined, it'll be quick, efficient, we'll all be happy. We'll probably still be just sleep deprived.
Oh, yeah. Probably twice as much so, I'm sure.
That won't matter at that point.
I really hate how this flashes like that.
You know why it does that?
So
I've been watching it, and when this sound bar gets to the end of the screen, it flashes it back to the middle, because it jumps ahead, because it doesn't just follow it like everything else does for some reason.
It's super annoying, and it makes me feel something's crashing every time.
It freaks me out each time it does it. I think that
every 10 minutes.
The cast has stopped, something's went wrong.
There we go, we stopped again.
We've hit DEFCON 5. It records in red, too, not green, so I know something's wrong.
They just had to be different.
Yeah,
what's the opposite of green?
What about the blue that you had before?
Yeah, what about the blue?
And the color before the blue, that was the other color that you get for doing the other things with it instead of editing.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all the audio we didn't record.
Yeah. This is all the stuff we couldn't pick up.
Yeah.
Everything
we
else.
We heard everything but these specific decibels.
There'll be one cough in the middle somewhere that's green.
Yeah. I actually picked that up.
Everything else will just be red. I'm glad the boiler down here in the dungeon is kicked on.
Beat it, Marco!
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good spot to start.
I do think that is a good spot.
Since I don't like hearing all that background noise, and neither does anyone else that doesn't listen to this.
No, they do not. But this was a good, once again, an hour. That's usually around where we get.
It's plenty.
Yep, we've got a nice, solid hour of decent content for you guys. A bunch of nonsense, like always.
Absolutely. And I just have to order a bunch of shit off Amazon for the rest of it.
Will the command center be fixed? Tune in next time to find out.
Doo-doo.